Thank you very much for such a warm welcome, for your applause. I hope I will not disappoint you, because so much has been said on drugs, on this problem, that hardly I can say something new. Nevertheless, I think that it deserves to keep on preaching about the reasons that justify a change in the politics, in the actual prohibitionist politics, about the being useless, the waste of energy that means the prohibition of the use of drugs, the tremendous harm that this prohibition has caused to many people and to many societies. And therefore, you are not going to hear anything new, but you are going to hear the repetition of several outstanding and relevant points on this issue. The prohibitionist politics in use has been promoted by far by the United States government, and in some occasions by supposedly justified motives, and in other cases by political reasons. But unfortunately, the majority of the countries, they have had to follow this politics in some occasions because of their economical needs and dependent from the leader, and in others, many, because the lack of courage to say, stop to it, this doesn't work, we have to switch, we have to change. If it doesn't work, why don't we change our policies? Well, the United States and the government of that country, when I talk about the United States, I'm talking about the government. I am very respectful about the people of the United States. The prohibitionist policies tries to justify itself philosophically, arguing simply that at the first glance seems very convincing. The argument is to destroy the cultivation of plants from which drugs are extracted. Let us destroy laboratories, landing strips, boxes, and put in jail to all persons that consume drugs, and all this, the price is going to be that the consumers will decrease. Like, well, they behave that they think that in the jails they do not consume drugs, but they do. Destroying the cultivations, laboratories, and everything, and the confiscation of cargo, the thing that results is that the prices will rise and the consumers will decrease. And with these two measures, to put in jail to the consumers and to increase the prices, they think that the consumption of drugs will diminish and might be extinguished. That's the way that they think that the drug problem ends. But it has failed. This logical way of thinking has failed all the way. If it hadn't failed, the plantations would have diminished and not increased like it has happened. Colombia, in the last years, they have fumigated countless hectares coca crops, and every day the satellites show that these areas have not decreased, but they have increased. They are bigger. The same happened in Peru and in Bolivia and some other countries. Then, this argumentation justifying politics from the American government has failed. The plantations have not decreased. But the consumption has decreased. This is a big lie. The consumption has not decreased. More than 10 years, it has been stable, the number of consumers, the addicts, it is stable. The hardcore consumers and the occasional consumers, and increases the number of those who at least once in their lives, according with our survey, have proved at least one of those illegal drugs. The flow of drugs to the American market has not decreased. It is stable. It is, for instance, talking about cocaine, 450 tons. The same happens with marijuana. And the most important thing, in the point in which they have failed the logical, is in the issue of prices. They supposed that with all these prohibited measures, the price should have increased. So the price was raised, but the consumption has not decreased. Nevertheless, in American authorities pretend to show a successful campaign in the war against drugs, saying that the consumption has decreased. Nevertheless, they have not just finished saying that when some of the studies from any of the administrative office of the American office that deny such a fact.